Hello, viewer. Welcome to today's episode of the show. It's great having you, and thanks for joining us. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk as it be. On the show, we talk about anything and everything trending, ranging from entertainment to politics, health, education, lifestyle, power of community, you name it. All you need to do is sit back and enjoy the conversation. My name is Eunice Gani, and with me is the amazing Rachel.
Hi, Eunice.
Nice to have you here.
Thank
The beautiful Confidence.
Hi, Eunice.
It's nice having you. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All we do on the show is spark meaningful conversations, inspire change within our community as we engage in honest dialogue. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. This is Viewpoint, talk show where they talk as it be. In the words of Bishop Robert South, all deception in the course of life is indeed nothing else but a lie reduced to practice and falsehood, passing from words into things. On today's edition, we'll be talking about the response from Inec concerning the February 25th election upload glitch. The Independent National Electoral Commission declared on Tuesday that the February 25th presidential election should not be considered invalid as a result of the uploading error that occurred. Festus Okoye, the National Commissioner for Inec, made this statement in reaction to the final report on the general elections for 2023 that the European Union Election Observation Mission filed on Monday. He pleaded with Nigerians not to criticize the electoral system because of difficulties the panel ran into during the upload of the presidential election. This brings me to my question. Based on everything that you've heard presently, do you think you would put INEC at full fault still, or you give them this little benefit of doubt? Confidence, let me hear from you. I feel like you're
I was actually looking at Rachel because Rachel used to give this kind of motivation, she might not agree, but I don't want to sound. I don't know why.
Confidence, can you please sound? Can you just sound?
I don't know why I said I don't want to sound negative, but
Okay.
I like they play. They play because I don't understand. Why do we need to give INEC the benefit of doubt? They were the same people that brought about this beavers thing.
Do you understand?
They said they wanted to bring it out to curb, election fraud, malpractice, and everything. So how do you come out
To say don't judge us.
in the fullness of your capacity as an electoral body?
It is their
and
audacity
you
for
tell
me.
that we should stop throwing blames at you guys.
It
Who
is
should we
their
blame?
audacity for me.
Do you understand? Like, I'm upset.
They have mind.
Let's calm
I'm
down.
upset.
They have mind. Inec came out to
I mean,
say,
Rachel, what do you think?
Inec came out to say, don't blame us for the upload glitch. Like you came out with your full chest to say it. You're not ashamed of yourself.
Honestly, as an electoral body of the nation.
God.
But the funny thing I just realized is that, okay, if we're not blaming you, what were the reasons?
Do you understand?
Because
If you think about
if
it.
you guys even think about it, the INEC chairman has been silent.
Yes.
I don't think he has come out to say anything. What's his name?
This is
Because
the
I keep
first time.
forgetting his name.
Mahmood.
Mahmoud has not come out to say anything since. They've been talking about since the president came into power, and he's been sanctioning official after official after official.
Suspension.
And he has not said anything about Mahmoud. What is going on?
Okay.
And then they come out with this one, and they expect me to say, okay, it's true, Sha. The internet can be.
So-
let's give INEC the benefit.
Now
I can never give INEC the benefit of doubt.
they're even saying we shouldn't blame them. Who are we to blame? Confidence, Eunice.
Yes.
If they are saying okay because of internet issues, the money they put into this
My
is it a
goodness
joke?
gracious.
Is it a joke? The money that went into this election, are you telling me that you didn't prepare yourself enough, that internet will now give you
I'm
issues
telling you that
on
the people
election day?
they brought about this business.
And then you had the mind to come and announce a president when you knew there were issues.
of uploading the results.
which means they're
so what
simply
do you
saying, okay,
counts?
now they've confirmed that true.
Yeah.
Now don't catch us issues there. Abi? Issues there. So why una come announce president when I know say glitch been there that day? Do you understand?
Do you understand?
I feel like they are contradicting themselves and they are thinking, okay, these people that they are talking to.
They keep giving us reasons to keep asking them questions.
So
because
now
like,
what is the way
you keep
forward?
casting yourself and casting yourself and casting yourself. And if you guys understand what is going on now, it's fast becoming history.
Yes.
And it's so
Because
saddening
before you
because
know
it's a
it-
serious issue. Now, we're not talking about it like it's in the past. Because now if you bring
Yeah.
up this issue with your fellow Nigerian,
They'll
they'll
be
tell
like-
you,
It has gone.
Some people
It's
say
not
na,
our president.
some people say na so God
it's
wants
becoming a
them.
faded news,
Yes,
and
yes, yes.
it's not funny.
And you know,
It's not
it was
funny.
similar to something that was one discussed on the show where Nigerians will just rage, we'll talk.
And
After
you
a
calm down.
while,
Exactly.
we just calm down
We
because
just take it
nothing
in
is
good
being
faith, like,
done.
okay.
They'll say last they'll come out and protest. After they protest, you don't finish.
So,
But my question is this.
Yeah.
So now that INEC has now confirmed that true glitch day, what is the way forward?
exactly.
Exactly.
No, what was the way forward?
what did they
No,
What
let's
were they talking
okay,
about?
let's leave because this is
Them.
Nigeria. Let's
Yeah.
even leave them. Now that they came out to say, okay, don't blame us, which means for you to say don't blame us, there was an issue.
Yeah.
So now, what is the standing order? What should you do now?
Yeah.
What should be the announcement now? Are we going to still be working with the president they announced, the president that had issues and they just announced? Or they'll say, okay, now that there's an issue, this is what should be done. What should be the next step? I think that's what INEC should come out to tell us now.
Not
Okay,
coming
now
to
that
tell us that
we don't find out,
instead of-
Muna no verse or glitch will day, but don't judge us. Now this is what we want to do. I think that's what INEC should be telling us.
I think it's funny because they just came and confessed.
Yes, so
Something
It's the confession
happened.
from
Yes,
the
so-
audacity.
And I think it's funny because of how much they raved about the Bivas, this one,
Mhm.
this one.
They
how
made it look
it's-
so, oh my God, now that
perfect.
there's
and the
Bivas.
money spent. So now that you have confessed that okay, there was upload glitch, what is the way forward?
exactly.
Because they just confessed.
Yeah,
And
it's a
nothing more.
confession.
Nothing more after the
In a way, it's a
confession.
confession.
There's nothing. So INEC, what is the way forward? Let's go on a short break. We'll be right back. Please stay. Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. So before we went on a break, we were discussing the confession INEC made concerning the upload glitch that we've been raving about in the country. And we would love to hear your views and your opinions about this said confession.
Yeah.
Yes,
So ensure that you leave your comments down there.
Yes.
Please don't keep it in your mind.
Please.
Ensure that you leave it down there. We would love to hear your views.
Yeah.
Now over to our next story. The World Bank has urged the federal government to redistribute some of the money saved by eliminating fuel subsidy in order to lessen the suffering of Nigerians who have been made worse by the policy's unfavorable effects. The World Bank made this forecast in its most recent Nigerian Development Update, which was published recently. It added that additional 7.1 million Nigerians will be forced into poverty. Wow. Particularly in the absence of policies to mitigate the adverse effects of subsidy reduction on the populace. Now, my question for today.
Oh my
How
goodness.
effective, based on say we are proudly Nigerians, do you think this distribution will be?
First of all,
Yeah.
first of all,
First and foremost,
okay, you people removed fuel subsidy, transportation, PM,
Thank you.
skyrocketed.
Send him.
I flew.
The food prices, food stuff, PM. Now, I want to ask, first of all, what is even the meaning of subsidy? The reason why you're putting subsidy in the fuel in the first place was to reduce the sufferings of Nigerians. Because this thing is expensive. Okay, let's now pay part of it so that it won't be expensive again. And then you are not paying so high, right?
Yeah.
Now you removed it. World Bank is now... this for our World Bank. Hope they are not taking lessons from our government. Now World Bank is coming to say, that money you people saved, carry it and be dashing Nigerians.
Help them.
So that
their lives.
to help their
Yeah.
life. So that the poverty will not poverty them very well.
Yeah.
It's not be poverty.
It will not be poverty. Okay. Now I want to ask, since you
Calm
knew
down.
before that when you remove subsidy, the subsidy,
Yeah.
it will push Nigerians to poverty. Why did you remove it in the first place? Now, World Bank, you're coming to tell Nigerian government that give them the money that has been saved from removing subsidy. Why are you not even telling them to, this subsidy thing, let's even take it back to the normal thing.
Yeah.
Let's subsidize. I know there there are issues with this subsidy thing. I know it has its disadvantages
There are
to the
reasons why
government.
they
Yes.
removed it, yes.
But this savings of a thing you're talking about, this money you're talking about, please use it to do something else. We don't want to hear about it again. Use it to do something else. Go and use it to build hospitals. Go and use it to construct roads. Go and use it to do something else. Don't come and start saying you want to be giving Nigerians the money removed from subsidy. Because it's the same thing.
Because every
It
time
is the
they say
same
they
thing.
want to give Nigerians money, I don't want to say my heart is to jump because it feels like it's a joke.
Who are the Nigerians?
Just the other time on the show, we're talking about how World Bank released how much for
For women empowerment.
and then we're pouring our hearts out saying that this same story again, these people will not see this money.
won't get to
If
them.
they're going to see the money, it's a selected few.
Yes.
I understand that subsidy was removed. I like to say I look at things from different angles. It was removed because it was having an adverse effect on the economy.
Yeah.
But coming back to tell us that
Want to give you the
using the
money.
money to be to
One
give
bank,
Nigerians.
una deal.
Come on.
And it's funny because, okay, so there is money remaining after you removed subsidy.
Like they keep coming back and
Why?
they are new every morning.
Why exactly?
And if let's
Why
every
exactly
morning.
did you not use that money? Like, see the way things went from 100 and something, 200 to 500,
Do you
600,
understand?
Feeling like the
700.
world, extra.
And they just removed the subsidy for fuel and without any plans. And that's the thing I have. That's the problem I think
That
I
was,
have.
that was
plans,
actually
no
not
plans.
There was
Nothing.
nothing.
No
Unlike when
arrangement,
Goodluck
nothing.
removed subsidy in his regime. Because I went, I asked questions, I asked my parents, I asked people. They said at that time, he put things in place so that when he took it off, it wasn't really, we knew that subsidy was removed, but it was not felt as we are feeling it now.
Confidence.
Because he didn't remove it immediately.
How can you just come today and that same day
Subsidy.
we're already feeling we don't feel pains for body?
Intro.
And it's not even coming down. No, it's not like things are
No,
like it's getting worse and worse and worse.
And see, my own question is this: if government say World Bank, we've heard we're going to give poor Nigerians this money. How many poor Nigerians?
Honestly speaking, the figure.
How many
That
poor
also talks about the
Nigerians?
effectiveness of the
Do
distribution.
you
because
understand?
how much is the money?
How much is the money?
How many
far can you
Nigerians?
go?
How are you going
much
to
is it per
distribute?
person?
Eunice, who are these Nigerians? So you will not come and call APC women and men and PDP men and women and shit.
Audio poor
Do you
Nigerians.
understand?
It's not funny, really. We're laughing,
See.
but it's not funny.
I think that's although the government has not said anything, I also think it's baffling that the World Bank has to say, do something to help those
Your
that
people.
are suffering.
Yes.
The government, they are supposed to feel what we are feeling more.
Yeah.
Because we're
than-
the ones that elected. But should we say it's democracy that we're practicing? Abi, it's another system of government. For the people, by the people. What's the last one?
of the people.
Of the people. Do you understand? So,
But I think that's a lot.
It's a lot,
if
really.
I would say, first of when I heard this, I found it baffling that the World Bank has to see the pain Nigerians are going through before our federal government. Even when they made this subsidy removal, like there was no plan, nothing to say, this is
nothing
how.
to fall back on.
Do you understand? But anyways, I would love again to hear you people's views and opinions in our comment section.
Pour
Please,
your
and
anger
please,
there. You
pour
can anger
everything.
towards it there.
Let's-
If you are in
let's see what you
support,
feel.
if you are in support and you feel this will be favorable to Nigerians, I mean, because whether it's everybody or not, I feel like even if it's just a little percent, just like 1% of the country, there are people who might have benefited from maybe the past empowerment.
I wish to see those
I know
people,
I've
really.
seen someone who said he benefited from one empowerment where they were sharing, was it 30,000 or something?
Is that an
So
empowerment?
some people that is Nigerian government empowerment.
It's a lot of empowerment. That's why
That's an
At least the
empowerment.
person saw something.
The person will eat with the money
It's
that
not
day and
your
the money
money.
is finished.
So
It's
please
empowerment.
let us know how you feel about this. We'll go on a short break and we'll be right back. Please stay with us. Welcome back and thanks for staying. Moving on to our last topic of the day, we'll be looking at Nigerians' economic hardship and the length people go to make ends meet. There have been stories making the rounds of an increase in the rate at which young girls go into prostitution in Nigeria, and how people now sell their children to make money, and so many absurd things people do. There is a story of a man who sold his son for 400,000.
Oh, I thought you were
Wow,
going to say 400 million naira.
400,000
Which
naira.
one is 400 million? I don't understand.
Okay,
Let me
say
tell
4
you
million.
something.
How do-
And when
what
he was
place? 400,000
But let's forget
naira.
people they teach shege.
Eh?
Let's just
This
let's
is
not even
Shege Pro
sugarcoat
Max. This is not just
400,000.
Shege.
And the funny how the reason behind this, according to the man,
Oh,
was,
he even gave a reason.
oh yes, at first he said it's the devil.
Mm.
Then he
They
said
will always
that
blame
was
the devil. We will always blame the devil. There's no way the devil will not have a share
And
in
his
everything
second,
happening in
his
Nigeria.
second reason was economic hardship.
Well, it's understandable.
Now we are quiet. Now we are quiet.
Personally- okay, well, let's okay. On a more serious note, personally, like I said before, people are really going through a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
if you even want to talk about it biblically, women were eating their children.
Yeah.
Yeah. So things are happening, and I don't want to make it look like I'm defending anybody because it's your blood. I mean, even in the Bible, they said, "Can a woman forget her suckling child?" But things are happening, and things are going so awry for a lot of people that I don't want to say I'm defending him, but at a point, I'm pretty sure that he might have thought, what is he going to do? Who knows how many children he has, you know? And then he had to like sell the boy to get that 400K, but still, it does not justify it though. It doesn't justify it. It shows you the length, you know, to which what is happening, the suffering, the economic hardship in the country is driving a lot of people to doing despicable things that I don't think that back then they would have thought. If they told me that I would do this kind of thing, I would have called you a liar.
Confidence. See, do you know the issue is, look, people who have not been hungry before, they may not understand when someone said,
We're not justifying this.
No. I'm still coming to that. That man, his own case, I don't know. His own case is but look, when people say I've not eaten for 2 days, like for real, you may not understand it, maybe because you've not gone through it. When people say, hey, I dey sleep under bridge, rain they beat me, sun they beat me, you may feel like should be the shy covering there. You may not understand it because you've not gone through it. When people share their stories, you may not feel it because you've not gone through it. But what this man did, selling his own child, selling a person, even if it is not your child, selling a human being for 400,000 naira, then you blame it on economic hardship. So my question is this: if you want to blame it on economic hardship, if you finish, because you cannot use that money to buy house.
That's the thing.
You cannot use them. Look,
You can't even buy
How long
anything.
is
once you
last
remove,
for you?
once
Once
you
you
remove
move
10,000, once you remove 10,000 naira, how much is money? 309,000. Remember that. Look, that money, before you know it is finished, you now go and look for that person to sell. And for this kind of person, you sold someone. It's so easy for you. If he was not arrested, if that money finishes, he will start thinking of another crime.
Exactly.
He wants to sell someone,
Yes.
and if care is not taken, he can go into killing people. So you see this economic hardship thing, I don't even see it as an excuse, even though.
In a way,
Even
yeah,
though.
in a way.
See, well, what our government is even doing with all this removal of this, removal of that, you keep pushing people. Look at, we're not even talking about young girls who are going into prostitution on a daily basis because they
People
cannot.
that are risking
because
their
do you
lives.
understand?
talking of the
There's
You know, so many
to enter
things.
into Libya. People, I watched a
Yes.
documentary on YouTube and I was close to tears. I was like, people are leaving their homes and, you know, embarking on dangerous journeys, moving across deserts,
In the name of
going
greener
to
pastures.
Libya, going to the desert, and some of them don't even make it to these places. They swear oaths that when they get there, they will not do this, they will not do that, and some of them don't even end up getting to these places because they feel like we're in search of greener pastures. And like Rachel said, it does not justify it. But then again, when you hammer on economic hardship, when you really go out there and you just go out there, you say you want to see what people are going through. See, you can drive one crazy.
Eunice, confidence. There are people that in their communities, like as we speak, they do not have one cup of clean water to drink. They have to go like trek miles to just go and look for one dirty water to be able to look. These things are happening.
Things are happening.
People are hungry. When you see children hungry, imagine a child, a little child who has not eaten something for a whole day, 2 days. Imagine. Look, things are happening. So sometimes when people think about things, you know, you've gone through a lot and you don't know what to do.
All die and die.
You look at your children, they are hungry, they are looking so skinny, nothing. When you think about all these things, you just want to do something. And out of that desperation, you go and do something. My own is that don't, because of economic hardship, go and do something. Because now they've arrested him. And they will not say it is because of the economic hardship.
That's
Okay,
the problem.
Because for them it will not be. Well, I also feel like one reason why people also go to these things is that yes, we are suffering, But if they want to get money, they are looking for sharp ways.
Yeah.
That's
also.
another
Yes.
angle to look at it.
Yes.
That's another
Yes.
As long as yes, we understand that it's poverty,
Yeah.
but they are also looking for
Sharp
how can
ways.
I?
I think
how can I
we
get
spoke
money?
about this
Yes.
on one of our shows,
Yeah.
one of our episodes where we highlighted ritual killings and despicable things that people do. This angle is also there.
Yes.
Like it's also because this
it's
one is
also
because
there.
he was caught. There are many.
Because what
other
if he
people-
wasn't caught? What if they
Exactly.
didn't catch him? What other atrocities would he have committed?
Yeah.
Because if he was able to sell his son, his
For
blood,
400,000
your
naira.
loins from your loins, what would you do to another person?
Yeah.
What other thing can you do? And because this thing is they say
Yeah.
what if we look into this thing really deeply? There could be other motives.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, I'm just remembering so many things. We talked about hawking, and I got to realize, Rachel, you were there. We talked about hawking. I got to realize that sometimes parents
Are the
release
ones
their
pushing their
children.
children. Yeah.
When you look at this thing deeply now, if you say,
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm not
Some
trying.
people it's not even
It could be
the
that
hardship.
there's something else.
Yeah, some people it's
Yes,
not just
yes.
even the hardship. Some people already have this money. It's just the quest for more money. You want more money.
The
You
more
want
you
to do
get,
it.
the more you want to get.
They want
And
to
they
go
would
through
all
simple
the
means.
amounts. He didn't even say 1 million.
It's not
400. Like it's
I
so
don't
even if
think there's
what-
any amount.
No, like
Honestly,
it's
you
just
need
it's
to balance
painful.
it.
Yes,
It's
actually.
painful, but at
It's
the end
very,
of the day,
very
when you look at
painful.
what people are going
Going
in our
through,
nation,
yeah.
Nigeria,
Yeah.
It's well.
let me take a deep breath.
But if this is what is happening, God forbid we go deeper, like this economic hardship. What will people end up? It's funny. Like
And you
when
see that the crime rate
fuel-
is beginning to rise.
Yes.
Just the other day, I had a very close. She's not close, but she's part of an organization, and she was kidnapped. If not God, I don't know. She was beaten so badly. In fact, she was telling when she was recounting the story. I was looking at her like this. She was beaten so bad that when you look at this lady's eyes, there was blood in her eyes. Like she would turn, I can't look at her. She was battered. And you can imagine, people are hungry. People are going.
And now you keep removing
lengths.
things. You're removing subsidy. You want to increase electricity tariff. You want to do this. You
And
want
it's
to
like
do
the cries of
You're
people are not touching the government.
Do you
or
understand?
this thing, yes, to help
Look,
the masses.
whether we like it or not, if the government does not look for a better solution, look, armed robbery, let's just be realistic. These things will increase. Prostitution will increase. Selling of children will
Kidnapping,
become like a
ritualism.
norm.
And it's
All
like
these things
they're
will
not
become a
doing
norm.
anything because their own
Because
children are
you
not
cannot keep
here.
increasing
Their
things.
families are not
Exactly.
here. So the cries of the masses is not getting to you.
Yes.
And then you see people that want to make something out, do something with their lives,
Yeah.
do a business, they will still
They're the ones who-
frustrate.
And they are the ones who become victims to people who decide to go through this thing. Funny as you mentioned kidnapping, I just remember there was a joke someone made, like during this beginning of full subsidy removal.
Yeah.
And the person was like, if they kidnap now, they won't ask for money. It's fuel they'll be asking for.
It's as
Because everybody needs
It's
something
touching
to like.
everybody.
Seriously, it
Every
touched
Tom, Dick, and Harry.
it's
The rich
touching
are also
every
crying.
single person. But I think the main lesson here is irrespective of whatever you're going through, going into crime, going into such diabolic means just to make money is never a solution.
Because the end is to
Never
catch up with
a
you.
solution. Always, there is always a consequence.
Yeah.
Thanks, and that's all we have for you on today's episode of Viewpoint. You already know, talk show where they talk as it be. We really appreciate you and your time. Let's do this again, same place, same time. Make it your favorite by following all our social media handles displayed on your screen for more exciting and explosive episodes. Be a part of our community. We would love to hear from you. So do subscribe, like, share, comment, and also click on our notification bell on YouTube at Oweleketv. Our website is oweleke.tv. My name is Eunice Gani, and with me once again is
I'm
the
confident.
wonderful, beautiful,
You don't
confident, and the amazing.
Rachel Abie.
Thanks for joining us. See you next time.
Bye.